As many of you already know, the difficulty in trying to get some of these newer GPUs, or trying to get a GPU at all without the hyperinflated prices, has gotten so bad to the point that people are leaving the PC scene altogether. The people that have remained are not wanting to watch PC build videos on YouTube because, well, it's seen as some sort of tone-deaf insult to injury to you guys because you're not able to get the GPUs that you're wanting, or a GPU at all for that matter. All you guys see is these YouTubers prancing around with multiple GPUs in their back pocket and telling you how good it is or how good it isn't. All you guys really want to know is when you can get the GPU you want and when it's not going to be ridiculously priced to get it and not have to sit in line at a Micro Center or at your keyboards all day spamming F5 just to get a chance at having a GPU. Well, today with this video, hopefully I can bring you some sort of clarity as well as some sort of good news as to what to expect going forward with GPU prices and, well, availability, hoping to get us back to that good old days, as some would say. Now, by this time, you guys have already heard it all, and you know that cryptocurrencies have had a very big role in the GPU price inflation that we've all seen, along with some other contributing factors, but I'll spare you of those, and we won't talk about what's the biggest bad in the room or who's responsible, but it is worth pointing out and knowing about EIP 1559, which at the time of launching this video just recently launched. Now, for those of you that are not actually familiar with the space of cryptocurrencies and mining, to put it simply, EIP 1559 is going to be fundamentally changing the way that gas works. Just like cars need gas to get place to place, well, Ethereum needs gas to go from wallet to wallet or to be converted to other currencies. Now, this is what miners actually make a profit on. These gas fees are what they get back for mining on the network, and this is what allows Ethereum to be so advantageous to mine. Now, with the implementation of EIP 1559, this doesn't necessarily mean that transaction fees are going to be cheaper on the network. It just means that they should be more predictable instead of having the highest bidder win system that they currently have on the network. A more predictable base fee that would go up when the network is busy and would come down when things are a bit more calm. Along with the predictability in the base fee, there's also being introduced a coin burn for Ethereum. Now, this in theory should increase the price of Ethereum because the supply is being reduced. And you would think initially, hey, if the price is going to go up for Ethereum, wouldn't that make more people want to get back into the space and mine? And with the fundamental change in gas fees happening with EIP 1559, it should be reducing the profitability as well, so you shouldn't see that rush to get back into the space, even though the price has gone up, in theory. Okay, Tech5, what are you talking about? Why are you talking about cryptocurrencies and Ethereum and 1748s? Yeah, baby, what's this all got to do with me? How does this tie in? Well, guys, as I mentioned earlier, cryptocurrencies have had a big impact on the prices of GPUs, as well as a huge impact on the secondhand scalper market. It doesn't even feel right to call it a secondhand market now. It's just a second scalper market, because this is why we have seen so many people camping out at micro centers or camping out online or building auto pay bots on these websites to get a hold of these GPUs and turn around and sell them on the second-hand market for scalper prices, and miners to come and swoop in and pay $5,000 to $1,000 over MSRP just to continue to increase their mining operation and make more profits. So with profitability going down, you're going to see less and less people get into the space, and it's not going to make sense for these scalpers to continue to try to, well, scalp these things because miners aren't going to buy them. With this all happening, it should translate into cheaper GPUs and, well, more available GPUs, in theory. Now, this could take a couple of weeks or months to see the true effects of, but with the changes and implementations that are going on, it definitely should happen. It just won't be an immediate thing. So make sure you hit that like and that subscribe, and definitely hit that bell icon so you get the updates so I can keep you guys up to date if something relevant actually happens to let you guys know about, and because that's cool. And in other news for you 1080p gamers, a new GPU is coming to the fold. And of course, I'm talking about the 6600 XT. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with the 6600 XT, this is a GPU that is supposed to be the successor to the 5600 XT. This would be AMD's last generation GPU for the budget-concerned gamer, or the ones that are predominantly focused on 1080p gaming. Now, this GPU will be able to handle 1440p gaming, much like the 3060 is able to handle 1440p gaming, but it's not being advertised as one, so for those of you that just want a cheaper side GPU that's newer, you should be able to get this with the 6600 XT. Now keep in mind, guys, I have talked about AMD's FSR before, and if you're not familiar, this is AMD's upscaling technology, much like NVIDIA has their own, known as DLSS. This will definitely help these GPUs continue to get better and better performance. And AMD's just released their first iteration. It's only going to get better. So keep that in mind, guys. I would not scoff off AMD right now. They're doing pretty good. With an MSRP of $379, this doesn't look like it's going to be a bad GPU to go for if you're on the budget spectrum, or if you're just trying to get into 1080p gaming. This is going to be a good one to go for. To give you a point of reference of performance for the 6600 XT, this is going to be about on par, if not a little bit better, than the 5700 XT. And for the specs, we can expect to see 32 compute units, 2359 megahertz of game clock, 8 gigabytes of GDDR6, and a TDP of 160. If you're planning on trying to get the 6600 XT on launch day, be on the lookout for my video on tips and tricks on how you can be successful on picking up the 6600 XT on launch day. That's going to do it for the video. Remember, it's a vibe, a tech vibe, specifically. We'll see you.